To make this cake, we need 6 big Alfonso mangoes. As I mentioned in the beginning, these mangoes shouldn't be very hard and shouldn't be very soft. I'm using Devgarh Alfonso mangoes. You can use Ratnagiri Alfonso mangoes. I suggest that you use Alfonso mangoes only for this cake. And here I've taken whipped cream made from half cup of whipping cream and I've added a few drops of vanilla essence to this. This is the vanilla essence I have used. I've added 1/4 teaspoon of it to the cream. Here I've made some simple syrup by mixing 1/4 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of sugar and a few drops of vanilla essence. We are going to use this to moisten our cake, though the cake is very soft, but this is going to make the cake more soft and tasty. Here I've taken a vanilla sponge cake. I've made this with my eggless cake recipe using cake concentrate and gel. Though I haven't posted a separate video on this, but you can refer my pineapple pastry recipe for this. Just replace the pineapple essence with vanilla essence and you'll get this cake. To make this cake, I used a mold 6.5 inch in diameter. And this is one of the most important things you'll need to make this cake, a sharp serrated knife. So you can see its edge, it's not smooth, it's serrated. A serrated knife makes it easy to cut the cake and also to peel the mangoes. So make sure you use a serrated knife, that will be very helpful. Now let's see how to decorate this cake. We'll first peel all the mangoes. So here I've taken one of the mangoes. So gently take the skin off. Like this. Following the same process, peel all the mangoes. So this is how the mango will look like after you peel it. So you can see I've peeled all the mangoes. To make the mango rose petals, we'll need the cheek part of this mango. So we'll take that off, like so. Repeat this step for all the mangoes and collect the cheeks in a plate. Now I'm going to cut the remaining mangoes into small pieces. We'll be using these pieces inside the cake along with the cream. So cut these mangoes into small pieces like so. So here I've diced all the remaining mangoes and the mango cheeks are also ready. So now let's begin with the decoration of the cake. So here's my eggless vanilla sponge cake. As you can see, I haven't taken off the bottom butter paper. I'll first divide the cake horizontally into 3 layers and then I'll remove that. So first we'll take the top portion of the cake off. So using a serrated knife, remove the top part of the cake. Now carve the edges of this cake to give it a dome shape. You can see I've carved the cake in the shape of a dome. Now I'm going to divide this horizontally into 3 layers. This process is also called as torting. So here goes the first layer. The second one. Here goes the second layer. So here I've taken a board and this is the bottommost layer. Off goes the butter paper. Apply some whipped cream on the cake board so that the cake remains in its place. So place the layer carefully. Now pour some simple syrup onto this layer, like so. Now take some whipped cream. The amount of whipped cream you need to use depends on your taste. I don't want a lot of cream, so I'm going to make a thin layer of cream. So using a butter knife or an offset spatula, spread the cream. These are the mango chunks we had cut in the beginning. Add a lot of it to this layer and repeat the same process with the next layers. Here goes the second layer. Again, some simple syrup. a dollop of cream, some more mangoes, now place the top layer, press it a bit, apply some more simple syrup, now again a dollop of cream. Now I want this cake to be less cream and more mangoes, so I'm going to make a very thin layer of cream all around this cake. If you like cream, you can make a thick layer. So I'm just going to apply enough cream so that the mango petals stick to this cake. That's it. Now we are going to make the mango petals. So here I have a clean surface, it's granite, but you can use your chopping board as well to cut the mangoes. So take one mango cheek and now I'm going to cut this into thin slices. I'm going to leave a little bit on the right and a little bit on the left because that part is going to give us very small petals. So cut the mango like this into thin slices. The slices shouldn't be very thin and shouldn't be very thick. You need to do this for one mango cheek at a time. So once you're done placing all the mango petals from one cheek onto the cake, take the other cheek and cut it into thin slices. Because if you cut them all and keep aside, the mango petals will stick to each other and it will be difficult for you to take them off. So you can use your knife to lift each petal like so. Now I'll show you how you need to place this on the cake. So take one petal and place it like so on the bottom layer. The second one should overlap the first mango petal, as you can see. Repeat this process and make the first bottom layer. So I'm done with the first layer. Now I'm going to place the mango petals in the similar fashion above this layer. Looks like a hat now, isn't it? Okay, so I'm done with 2 layers of these mango petals. As you can see, these are overlapping each other. We need to repeat this step till we come to this part of the cake. After this stage, we are going to place the mango petals in a different fashion. Now you need to place the mango petals at an angle. Well, this cake is going to get your hands messy, but what you get at the end is totally worth the efforts. So place the mango petal like so. You can see I have placed it at an angle and you can see no cream is showing off from the cake. Again, you need to overlap each petal with the previous one, like so. Keep repeating this step and move towards the center of the cake. We are almost there. One more tip I would like to give you all here is that if you want to adjust any petal, you can use the tip of your knife to adjust it, the way I'm doing. You can see still there's some more gap inside, so we are going to place one more petal before we complete this cake with the innermost curled petal. So here goes this one. Adjust it with the tip of your knife. Now take one thin and long petal. So you need to roll this petal starting at one of its end. Roll it back and forth in the beginning so that the petal becomes pliable. You don't want this petal to break or it shouldn't have any crack in it. It needs to look beautiful. So once it becomes pliable, keep rolling it. It looks beautiful, isn't it? Place it in the center of the cake. There you go. This beautiful mango rose cake is ready. We'll first prepare the cake mold. So here I have a square 7-inch cake mold. I've lined its base with a butter paper and used some oil for greasing all its sides. Then dust this mold with some maida or all-purpose flour. So our mold is ready, keep it aside. Here I've taken 3/4 cup plus a little bit more, that is 2 tablespoons of chopped mangoes. Blend this to a smooth puree. Heat a pan and add this puree to it. Now add 2 tablespoons sugar. 1 teaspoon lemon juice. This lemon juice enhances the mango flavored cake a lot. Give this a good mix. Keep the flame medium while doing this. You need to cook this mixture for 5 to 10 minutes at medium flame. 5 to 7 minutes would be fine. Then take this mixture out in a bowl. Now let's prepare our kadhai for baking. I've used regular cooking salt, normal khane wala namak, and you need to use around 3/4 cup. Use some kind of stand, and instead of this kadhai you can also use pressure cooker without its whistle. You need to preheat this at medium flame for 15 minutes. Now in the mango pulp add 1/3 cup of cooking oil, half cup milk at room temperature. Give this a good mix. Now add 1/4 cup condensed milk. This is sweetened condensed milk, that is, it is already sweet, has a lot of sugar in it. Again mix well. Now sift some flour, that is 1 cup all-purpose flour or maida, 1 teaspoon baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. Now mix this entire mixture well so that everything is well combined. You can use a hand whisk too. And at the end, once the batter is smooth, add 1 teaspoon white vinegar. If you do not have vinegar, you can add lemon juice in its place. Quickly mix this and add it immediately to the cake mold. Don't worry, the lemon juice and vinegar will not alter the taste of the cake at all. Tap to remove any air bubbles. Now place the mold in the preheated kadhai. If you're using normal electric oven, you need to preheat it at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes and then place the mold. You need to bake this cake in the kadhai at medium flame for first 10 minutes and then 10 to 15 more minutes at low flame. And in electric oven this would take around 20 to 25 minutes. And after this much of time you can test whether the cake is done or not. If it's not done, you can bake it further. But do not overcook, otherwise the cake will turn very hard. Take the mold out of the kadhai. The cake has come out very nice and spongy. And you can see it has left the sides of the mold too. Now I'm going to let this become warm. That is, it should be warm enough so that I'll be able to touch the mold and demold the cake easily. And after some time, that is around 10 to 15 minutes, you would be able to take this cake out of the mold. Run a knife along the edges of the edges of the mold, and then flip the mold to take the cake out. And then at this time, let the cake cool down completely. Make sure you cover this cake with a cloth so that the cake doesn't dry out or become hard. Now take half cup cold whipping cream. The whipping cream I'm using already has sugar in it, so I'm not going to add any additional sugar. Whip the cream till you get stiff peaks. Keep this cream in your refrigerator until you use it. Now our cake has cooled down completely. It has become very soft because we had kept it covered. Remove the bottom paper.
And now we are going to level the cake. To level the cake, you can use any kind of knife, but if you use a good quality serrated knife, it would be very easy for you to level the cake. Also, a good quality serrated knife would help you divide the cake into the layers very easily. Now divide the cake into 2 layers. This cake looks like a cheese slice to me. Now I'm going to pour some sugar syrup, mix 3 tablespoons sugar and 4 tablespoons water. You can see how quickly this cake is absorbing the syrup because it's very light and spongy. Now put a dollop of cream and spread it evenly on this layer. Now place the second layer of cake and repeat the process. Now put some cream and spread it evenly. We are not going to apply the cream on the sides because we are going to chop off the sides. So apply the cream only on the top. Cut the sides like this. And after removing the sides, refrigerate this cake because we are going to prepare the mango glaze. In a mixer grinder jar, add half cup chopped mangoes. Blend the mangoes to a smooth puree. Add the puree to a pan. Keep the flame medium and add 1/4 cup sugar. Now add half cup water. You need to cook this mixture for 5 to 10 minutes or until you see that it has thickened, and after that you need to strain this mixture. So this looks done. I'm going to switch off the flame and strain this glaze. After straining it, you need to bring it to room temperature and then spread it on the pastry. Now spread the glaze evenly on the pastry. Now divide this cake into 6 pastries. After every cut, wipe the knife clean. This would help you get sharp and even cuts. Top the pastries with some whipped cream. Put some cherries or tutti frutti. Our delicious mango pastries are ready to serve. Try this recipe at home and enjoy! So first in a pan, add 4 tablespoons sugar. Keep the flame at medium and you need to heat this sugar and prepare caramel. You can see the sugar has started to melt. Now you can stir it and mix it until it's completely melted. You can see it's melted and the color has changed. Transfer it to a 5-inch cake tin. It's very hot, so be careful. Spread it evenly inside the mold and keep this mold aside. Now we are going to chop some mangoes. So we need a total 1/4 cup of chopped mangoes. Now add these 1/4 cup mangoes to a mixer grinder jar and blend to a smooth puree. Take 5 medium-sized white bread slices and remove the edges like this. You can use a pair of scissors or knife to do this. Add the bread to a mixer grinder jar. And make a coarse powder. In a pan, add 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons milk, 6 tablespoons sugar, and the prepared mango puree. Give this a good mix. Now to this I'm going to add some vanilla flavored custard powder. So mix 3 tablespoons of this powder and 1/4 cup water. Keep stirring this mixture while you're adding this custard mixture. Now cook this custard till it thickens. Keep the flame between low to medium. You can see the custard has thickened. Now you need to gently add a little bit of bread powder at a time, the bread powder which we had prepared. You will notice as you add all the bread mixture, this custard will start to thicken. This will take around 10 to 15 minutes. After you get this consistency, you need to add this or transfer this immediately to the prepared tin. Spread the mixture evenly in the cake tin. Tap to remove any air bubble. Now cover this with a baking wrap or an aluminium foil. Heat some water in a pan and bring it to a boil. Yes, keep some kind of stand. And once the water starts boiling, place the mold inside. Cover with the lid. I'm just putting a small clove or long to seal this lid completely. Now at medium flame you need to cook this for 20 to 25 minutes. And after that remove the lid and bring this container to room temperature. And after that refrigerate for 2 to 3 hours. So after refrigeration you can remove the foil and you can see it has become quite firm and you can see a layer of water on the sides. That's the caramel water. Flip it on a plate. And tap the cake tin to remove the caramel custard or the mango flavored bread pudding out of the mold. And that looks delicious. It's a very easy recipe. Do give this recipe a try and it has a distinct flavor because we have added mangoes to it. Give this recipe a try and enjoy.
We'll start by first cooking the mango puree. So this is 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons mango puree. I've used Alfonso mango, so you just need to chop the mangoes, add them to the mixer grinder and grind to a fine puree. So this cooking of mango puree enhances the flavor of the cupcakes. And yes, I made the mango puree without adding any water and sugar. Keep the flame medium and keep cooking this mango puree for around 5 to 7 minutes. You can see the color has changed slightly. It has become a little translucent. Now we'll add juice from half medium-sized lemon. We need to further cook it till it completely, very much becomes translucent. So this looks perfect now. It has reduced and it looks a little glossy. So switch off the flame and let this cool down. So here I've taken it out in a bowl and you can see it has thickened. Keep it aside. So let's preheat our oven. So here I've taken a kadhai. You can take pressure cooker, put some regular salt and a stand. And on this we are going to place our paper cups kept on a plate. The plate could be aluminum pizza tray or a steel plate but covered with aluminum foil. Now place the lid and let it preheat on medium flame for 10 to 15 minutes. It's very important to preheat this oven, so make sure you do that. Now in a bowl, take a sieve and to that add 1 cup all-purpose flour or maida, 1 teaspoon baking powder. Now sift this. Now to this I'm going to add half cup of milk. So this is the milk, a full fat milk I'm using here. It's at room temperature. So give this a mix. Now to this add 1/4 cup sweetened condensed milk. You can use Amul or Nestle or any other brand. Give this a good mix. The spatula wasn't working for me, so I took a whisk because whisk helps to remove all the lumps. So this mixture looks very smooth now. To this we are going to add the mango puree which we had prepared and kept aside. Now add 1/3 cup cooking oil. This is a regular cooking oil without any odor, so make sure you use odorless oil. Now give everything a good mix. The mixture looks smooth and glossy now. So just before putting it in the molds and putting it in the oven, we are going to add 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. And on top of that 1 teaspoon vinegar. Now mix it vigorously in one direction. The batter will rise a bit. Now once you're done mixing the batter, do not disturb it. Do not again mix it. Take a scoop or a spoon and put the batter in your cupcake mold. So take stiff cupcake mold if you're using a kadhai or a pressure cooker to bake. So one more time I'll say this, do not disturb the batter, otherwise it will deflate. So just let it be like that. Take your scoop or a spoon and fill the molds. The oven is ready. Place the plate with cupcake molds inside. This plate can be a pizza tray or an aluminum plate or a steel plate covered with aluminum foil so that it doesn't burn. Place the lid back and keep the flame medium. You need to bake these cupcakes for 10 to 15 minutes. So check after 10 minutes and keep for longer time if needed, only if needed. So I baked these cupcakes for 15 minutes. If you overbake, these will become hard. So this is just perfect. You can see the cupcakes have risen so well and look so good. Now switch off the flame and place the lid back and let it cool down. So the cupcakes have cooled down. The cupcakes which you see in the plate are those which we baked in the kadhai, and because there was some extra batter, I baked a few more inside my oven, but I have already eaten 2. So here you can see this cupcake has come out so well. There's a perfect browning at the bottom and it's so soft and spongy. And if you remember, we did not whisk anything, no egg, no fancy ingredients, and look at the sponge and the crumb texture. Looks just perfect. Now let's start with the decoration of this cupcake. Now take a food scoop or you can take a small spoon. Basically we want to take out some portion from the middle so that we fill it with our mango puree. So do not throw away the center portion, you can have it right away or later. Now this is mango puree. I prepared another mango puree by putting some Alfonso mango, and this time I added some sugar and water and made this puree in a mixer grinder. So add some of it in the center of the cake. Now take some vanilla whipped cream. This is regular whipped cream. Apply a good amount of whipped cream or as much as you like on this cupcake. Now for the roast part. Here I've peeled a mango
This is Alfonso mango. I used a serrated knife to peel it. Take out one mango cheek and thinly slice the mango. Now you need to take care of one thing, that do not slice all the mangoes ahead of time. Just while decorating cake, you need to slice the mangoes. Now gently lift using a knife one mango slice and keep it like this. If you want to see in detail how to peel the mangoes, you can check out my video on mango rose cake. Now take the second slice and place it on the first one, just overlapping a little bit. Now continue repeating this. So the one outer layer is done. Now we'll start with the second layer, which will be inside of the first one. Now as you go inside, make the petals or make the slices stand a bit at an angle, the way you see on the screen. This needs a lot of patience, but the result looks just beautiful. So only the center portion is left. So take one thin slice and take its end and keep rolling it back and forth so that it becomes pliable, and then roll it like this. And place it in the center of the cake. If you want to prevent these mangoes from drying out, you can mix some sugar and water and apply using a silicone brush on the mango. I'll cut one cake and show you. So the center is filled with mango and it's completely a mango-licious mango lava cake. Enjoy!